Well, boys, it's another day back out here at Elevated AF, my custom truck shop where we build anything and everything lifted trucks. And sometimes Tahoes if we're feeling like it. Anyways, we got a busy week cut out for ourselves here. We've only got one customer build this week, but I managed to find a deal on a couple little things that we might go pick up later today. But first things first, we got to get this customer's truck in the shop. So this is a 2016 Ford F350 Lariat, so not the fanciest trim you can get, but it's up there. Anyways, this truck is getting a complete teardown right down to the frame, and it's getting an any level lift, some boggers, all sorts of crazy stuff. It's basically being turned from a work truck into a show truck, and it actually was a lawn care truck, funny enough. But that's gonna change. I did notice though, it does have some 2018 stock 350 tires, or I guess wheels and tires, which actually doesn't look half bad on this truck. Anyways, we've got all the parts for this customer build all ready to go. I'm just gonna get it up on the lift here, and the guys are gonna get to work on it because this one has to be out of the shop ASAP. Anyways, in the showroom here, you might notice that we literally only have 2 vehicles. We usually have this showroom completely packed, but that is not the case right now because we are working on moving to a different shop, which actually should be sooner than later. We're just finalizing the last couple things, getting the building all ready to go, and I think even getting some new builds dropped off there for when we get there. But until everything's finalized, we're going to be working on some different projects. So one thing I have not built at Elevated AF in a long time is a semi. This was the last one that we built, and it looks pretty good. We use it all the time. It is a little dirty right now. I don't know why it is. Shop guys should have cleaned this thing, but that's besides the point. Today, we're going to be picking ourselves up one of my dream semis. That is, if I can actually get out of here, because I got the stupid F250 in the way. There we go. Anyways, we're not just gonna be picking up a semi. It's got something else behind it. Now, the semi is a little worse for wear, I will say, but that's kind of the whole idea. Let's just say they don't make these anymore. So that's why it's so worse for wear. But it's not too far up the road here, so we're gonna get a move on. All right, so this is the place here that we're just pulling up to. I don't know if I can actually turn in here. I'm gonna try. Might be a little sketchy though. Yeah, this old Kenworth, pretty dang long. It doesn't have the best turning radius. That, or I'm not the best semi driver either. But we should, oh, right in the back there by the trailer. We're really dang close to hitting the fence. But we got it. All right, so this guy said that the semi is way at the back of the property here. I'm just gonna park right up here, and we're gonna go find him and see if we can find this semi. So I just had a quick chat with the guy here, and there it is. And it's got a little something on the back of it that looks really dang big. It's also another reason why I was interested in this. Yep, that is one big old mud truck right there. Holy smokes. This thing's seen some better days. And then this is it, a Cabover semi, and it's a dang Freightliner. Now, this particular design of semi is not made anymore. Basically, if you ever want to get to the engine, you got to flip the entire cab forward because the cab sits right over the engine. That's why they call it a Cabover. You can see there's these big old hinges here to flip the whole front of the cab forward. A little backstory on this whole dang setup. The guy bought it way back when. He had a bigger trailer, but I guess that had an issue, and he, I guess a couple years ago, went and bought this Iron Bull. He used to go to a ton of mudding events, and then the mud truck just gave out. Apparently, it's got a bent drive shaft, screwed up tranny, the motor barely runs, the differential is completely just shredded, and the body is getting to the point where it's pretty much toast. But not too toast to the point where we can't fix it. But the main thing I was more interested in was this Cabover. Now, this apparently at the moment does not run as well, and has a multitude of different issues, all of which I don't know yet, and it's also looking a little worse for wear. But I just gotta look inside of this thing because I always love these interiors. Oh, look at this. Got a bunk in the back. Oh, this is such a sweet truck. Wood grain dash. Dang it, don't get much better than that. All right, let me shut this door here. Right now, it's got these big beefy tires on it. Not the best for highway travel, I will say. These got to be really dang loud. At any rate, he's pretty much pulled it back here after the semi quit running on him and just parked it. He was done with mudding. The truck was screwed up, and he's just left it abandoned for I don't even know how many years at this point. But he wants to sell the entire rig, the Cabover, the trailer, and the monster truck here, or mud truck. I don't know if you can call this a monster truck. It's just really a mud truck. And it looks like the shocks are gone too. That's no good. But since I've sold pretty much all my mud trucks, and I actually did have one similar to this one, not quite the same, it was a lot better condition, I have wanted a mud truck. So this is my opportunity to actually get another one. Anyways, we've kind of agreed on a price. It's just getting this thing loaded is going to be a bit more difficult. I don't know if we can get this thing to run, but I'm going to bring the semi down here and we're sure as heck going to try. If it didn't have the trailer attached, I might be able to roll it onto a trailer. We got this hill right here, and if I park the trailer right kind of in this divot, I might just be able to roll it on. Okay, I got the semi all the way aired up here. I think I do at least. Okay, yeah, now it's all the way aired up because I don't want to get hung up if I can help it. So yeah, I think really my only option right at this second is to roll the truck onto the trailer. Probably not the smartest idea, but it might work. Okay, I think that's about the lowest point I can get it to. I don't like how that's up like that. It'll probably come down as soon as I get the truck on it. So yeah, I think what we're gonna try do is detach this trailer. I'll bring a truck back to pick this up. We're gonna try roll the semi on. Very sketchy, but it just might work. Okay, trailer's detached. Although I'm pretty sure I need the dang truck started, release the air on the air brakes here. Okay, it took me a little while, but I got it figured out. Air brakes are released. All I gotta do, press clutch in, shift this sucker into neutral, and it should start rolling. I hope. All right, we're rolling. We're rolling. Oh, don't hit the front. Oh, I hit the front. I got no brakes right now. Okay, we only might have bent the bumper slightly. Oh, crap. I should have put something to stop the truck. I got it decently. Yeah, no, it ain't centered on the trailer whatsoever. Oh boy, that's not good. That is not good at all. Well, if I chain it down towards the left side here, might be able to kind of pull it back onto the trailer a little bit because the shop's not too far away. Okay, I think we got it here. Let's see if we can get this dang thing back to the shop. It's gonna need a new bumper for sure though. That bumper's gonna be screwed. That definitely should have been a two-man job, but I managed. Barely. But yeah, without the truck running, you don't really have any air brakes. Not to mention the brakes are probably gone on this thing already. Now, I'll be honest here, I am like a complete dummy when it comes to semis. I barely know how to drive my own Kenworth, so it's a good thing my guys in the shop actually know a thing or two about these. Okay, so we're gonna have to get this semi off the trailer with the forklift there, which we should be able to pull it off just fine, and then just push it onto the big lift there. Well, it was a headache, but the truck's on and it's kind of centered, close enough. This thing needs a wash though, but we're gonna bring it up on the lift, take a look at the underneath, see what needs to be done, and then we're gonna flip the cab up here and try to take a look at the engine. But I mean, the frame don't look too bad, the axles don't look too bad. I think it might be okay for the most part. So I no longer have a dually tow pig around the shop, so this is kind of what we got to work with. We're definitely gonna be maxing out the suspension on this thing. I guess I have the any level there, but we'll try to use this. Got a tow tune, so should work. Okay, we're all hooked up here, and this thing's actually towing better than I expected. Try not to hit a tree here if I can help it. I forgot that I did put airbags in the back of this because I wanted it to tow actually decent, so we should be all right. But this absolutely massive mud truck makes this brand new 350. I said it was a 250 before. It's a 350. Just looks small. And this thing's even lifted too. All right, back at the shop here. I am just going to park this right up here at the front, and we are going to wash this entire deal because it is just filthy. Yeah, looking at this box a bit more, I think we're gonna have to either replace it or flatbed it, and I think we're just gonna flatbed it. That might make things a bit easier. I know I have a flatbed kicking around the back of the shop there that'll probably fit this truck. It's a bit wider. It's for a dually, so it should actually cover the bigger wheels just a bit better, actually. I think we might just toss that on there. But I think we're gonna give this truck completely new axles, beef up the suspension a ton, probably get some new tires on there because it's gonna need them. These ones are all cracked and crap. We'll just probably order the same ones because this size looks pretty good. And then of course it's also gonna have to get a new paint job. Okay, so we got this truck maneuvered in here with the forklift, and it's looking a bit better inside than I thought it would. Now here's the main problem we're having is this truck won't fit on this lift, and our big lift is taken up by our semi right now, so this is gonna have to wait. Now, I did pop the hood, and something this guy didn't tell me is this thing has a dang Cummins, big old 12 valve Cummins. You know what that means? We're gonna hood stack it. Well boys, it's been about a week here and we have finished the customer build because, well, customer builds come first. The guys are still working hard in the shop there on those 2 other things we brought in, but this 2016 came out looking wicked. It's exactly what the customer wanted. He came down during the building process and he just loves it. We kitted him out with an any level lift, powder coated like this grayish silver that I kind of dig, 40-inch boggers, 22-inch American Forest wheels, and yes, it is squatted right now. I'll fix that before the customer comes. Got him brand new LED lights all the way around. We ended up putting a factory exhaust actually back in this truck for some reason. The owner thought it was too loud or something. I don't know. This just customer stuff for you. It's weird. He also requested, which don't think we've ever done before, a visor for this truck, which I don't think we've ever done on a 2016, which is kind of cool. We gave it a brand new paint job. It's just black and silver. Does look pretty dang good. Anyways, this right here, this is a Polaris. What is this? Is it a Ranger? I don't know Polaris's. It just, I really don't. But it was on a killer deal at Facebook Marketplace, so I just went and picked it up. I kind of want it for my new mudding setup with the semi and the big mud truck there. We actually have a new trailer on the way for that as well, so this should fit in perfect. But I gotta fix the customer's truck here real quick. There we go. Well, boys, it has been about 2 weeks here, and this build has taken a lot longer than I originally thought it would. But the results, I think, are very well worth it, because this truck is looking like a completely just different truck at this point. It is just nuts how good this thing looks. We pretty much did a full resto job on this thing, which we did plan to do, but what we didn't plan on doing was an engine swap. As we were getting into this truck, we found out the engine was completely toast, so we ripped that out, put a brand new Cummins in it, and now she runs like a top. Got some brand new wheels and tires, which I gotta say, just looked so dang good on this thing compared to the old ones. The only thing I wish we had was some spiked caps. I prefer those over, well, whatever these are, but we couldn't get those in time. But to, of course, match Elevated AF style, we had to give it a nice red color, and it took me and the guys about a day worth of all 4 of us polishing this truck to look like a dang mirror because of how much chrome's on here. We ended up getting fenders on this thing, giving it a more road-worthy tire. They're still pretty beefy, but they're not as chunky as the old ones were. We got airbags on the back, so we can kind of lower this up and down just a little bit. And by the way, big shout out to DDC for this truck. I'll have his Patreon link down in the description. It is the most detailed Cabover I have ever seen. He also did our big mud truck, which we'll go look at in a second. Anyways, the old bumper is toast, so we got a new bumper on there, LEDs all around, some chicken lights, a brand new visor, and then on top, we got some horns and some more lights. Oh, listen to that whistle. So I haven't got a chance to cruise with this thing on the highway, but we're gonna go hook up to our brand new setup here, and we're gonna take it for a little cruise. So for the Ford, we ended up pretty much tearing out the entirety of the suspension. Got brand new stuff in there, actually got some track bars in there to actually give the axle a little bit of stability. Did a restoration on the cab there, got a brand new grille in there. It had the Cummins in it, so we just beefed that up a lot more, got it running good. Got a hood stack in there, LED lighting, and then of course the flatbed and some brand new tires. And I put the Polaris on there for good measure with the brand new trailer. So this is quite the setup now. Now, eventually when we need to haul some stuff, we're probably going to be taking the mud truck and side-by-side off, because I'd actually like to use this truck to haul for the shop. So it's just a matter of time till it does. All right, we're on the road. Let's get rolling with this thing. This truck just cruises like no other. Even better than my Kenworth. Jake brakes for days though. We didn't do much to the interior because it didn't really need much. Just a nice clean out, little shine up. We got this thing looking just killer. Had to leave it original. You gotta love that Jake brake. Anyways, hope y'all enjoyed. Subscribe and goodbye.